MSME stands for micro, small and medium enterprises. Basically, MSMEs are businesses carried out by individuals, groups, small business entities, and households. The existence of MSMEs in Indonesia is very calculated, because they contribute greatly to economic growth. This business group is the group with the largest number in Indonesia. In terms of MSME business classification are micro, small, medium. Based on the latest legislation, micro have a maximum business capital of 1 billion rupiah, and for the total annual sales results a maximum of 2 billion per year. Small businesses have a capital of more than 1 billion rupiah and a maximum of 5 billion rupiah. And for the total annual sales revenue is more than 2 billion but less than 15 billion per year. Medium, the capital owned is more than 5 billion rupiah with a maximum capital of 10 billion rupiah. And for total annual sales results 15 to 50 billion per year. So now the question is, what is the current condition of MSMEs in Indonesia economy? The total number of MSME units in Indonesia currently has reached around 62.9 million units spread across various sectors. Around 99.9% of businesses in Indonesia are MSMEs. From year to year, the total number of MSME units in Indonesia and its GDP continues to grow. MSMEs are the pillars of Indonesia's economic growth. From 2010 to 2017, the number of MSME GDP increased more than 2 times. Apart from GDP and business units, the investment value of MSMEs from 1999 to 2013 also increased rapidly, by 963% to be exact. In the last 5 years, the contribution of MSMEs in Indonesia to gross domestic product, GDP, increased from 57.8% to 61%. This makes MSMEs a safety net as well as an economic driver. This is because MSMEs have a fast transaction cycle and their products tend to be directly related to the main needs of the community. MSMEs absorb a large number of workers, namely 97% of the absorption of the business world in 2020. The large number of MSMEs is directly proportional to the number of job opportunities in Indonesia, so that MSMEs have a large share in the absorption of labor. As you can see, in last 2020 unemployment has increased due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The economic crisis due to the COVID-19 pandemic has had an impact on the sustainability of micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs. MSME problems due to the pandemic. The decline in the number of MSMEs and the contribution of MSMEs to Indonesia's GDP was caused by the pandemic since 2020. The problems experienced are as follows. Changes in the consumption pattern of public goods and services during the pandemic from offline to online. MSMEs experience labor problems due to the implementation of large-scale social restrictions, PSBB. product distribution barriers, difficulty of production raw materials.
Berdasarkan data Kementerian Koperasi dan UKM, sebanyak 98% usaha pada level mikro atau sekitar 63 juta terkena dampak pandemi COVID-19. Jumlah
data Kementerian Koperasi dan UKM, sektor usaha UMKM yang paling terdampak pandemi, antara lain 38,88%, 23,33%, 17,83% industri pengolahan UMKM.
MSME actors must have difficulty in achieving the targets that must be achieved when the economy is disrupted. Based on information from the Ministry of Cooperatives and SMEs, UMKM, there are at least 949 reports from cooperative actors and micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, affected by the coronavirus outbreak, COVID-19. Here are the government's efforts to promote Indonesian MSMEs. One of the substances regulated is about the convenience, protection and empowerment of MSMEs. The government hopes that through the job creation law, MSMEs can continue to develop and be competitive. The National Economic Recovery Program, PEN, is one of the programs initiated by the government to restore the Indonesian economy due to the impact of COVID-19. This program is also the government's response to the decline in the activities of the affected community, especially the informal sector or MSMEs. Another effort from the government to promote MSMEs is KUR program, which is channeled through financial institutions with a guarantee pattern. The service fee, interest rate, for working capital credit financing is subsidized by the government. The purpose of KUR is to increase access to financing and strengthen MSME capital. The goal of GERNA's BBI is to encourage national branding of superior local products to create new industries and of course increase economic growth. Through this program, the government encourages MSME players to join the digital platform. Expansion of Indonesian product exports through ASEAN Online Sale Day, AOSD. ASEAN Online Shopping Day is a shopping event carried out simultaneously by e-commerce platforms in 10 ASEAN countries. After we know the development of the condition of MSMEs in Indonesia, with all the government's efforts and the benefits of MSMEs, Indonesian MSMEs advanced compared to other countries? Let's see the comparison. It turns out that Indonesia is still inferior to a number of ASEAN countries such as Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. Indonesia's MSME Policy Index is only 3.41, while in the three countries it is already more than 5. Let's focus on the comparison of Indonesian MSMEs with Malaysian MSMEs, with some biggest several aspects. The Indonesian government through its policies has attempted to provide various credit schemes and capital assistance needed by MSMEs. The Malaysian government provides low-interest credit financing facilities to SMEs. More specifically concerning the access of the poor to finance or small entrepreneurs, the establishment of a business is generally available. Bank working with vendors to support smaller MSMEs under the umbrella of a funding and consulting program. In Indonesia, just only 20% of total credit is approved from financial institution and capital. And the government subsidy is 3% until June 2020. Compare with Malaysia is 51% of total credit. And the subsidy is 3.44% in December 2021.
Tahu bahwa 99,9% pelaku usaha kita adalah pelaku UMKM. Porsi kredit di perbankan masih ada di kisaran, sekali lagi ini sudah mungkin 3-4 kali saya sampaikan di kisaran 20% saja.
Indonesia MSME contribution to the export is still quite low. As of January 2020, the Ministry of Cooperatives and SMEs recorded that total exports was only in the range of 14.5%. Malaysia. Indonesia is still far behind in exports compared to Malaysia, which has recorded a figure of over 20%. Indonesia's export value from January to August 2019 reached $110.07 billion. In 2019, Malaysia exported a total of $273 billion, making them as the number 21 exporter in the world. Indonesian MSMEs have problems related to weak innovation, especially product innovation. For the food sector, for example, the packaging of food products is not attractively designed products. Malaysian MSME products have good innovations when compared to Indonesian products. Malaysian MSME products already have international quality certificates. Regarding interest rates, Indonesia is win with an interest rate difference of less than 0.5%, but for the disbursement of aid funds, it is very different from Malaysia, which is around 31%. Indonesia's export value increased from November 2019-November 2020, reaching 8.39%. In September 2019 to September 2020, the exports of Malaysia have increased by 14.4%. Therefore, it is hoped that the Indonesian government can further develop the potential of MSMEs in Indonesia, which are the number one pillar of the economy in Indonesia. And we as Indonesian people, as MSMEs or buyers, must always support our economic growth, and the biggest ones are micro, small, medium businesses, MSMEs, around us.